Mama, thanks for joining me. I wanted to join in this fun collab. It's an open collab that Crystal from Anchor Homeschool has going on, and it's called Homeschool New Year Resolutions. So it's pretty much to share what are your new goals and resolutions for the upcoming school year of 2017-2018. I have been thinking about some changes that I wanted to make, and so I put them down on paper, and here are my thoughts. So I have about 6, and I think she shared 4, but I have about 6. I don't think there's a number. It's just to share what your resolutions are. So the first one is to include my baby more. Now I have a toddler, he just turned 2, and he is in that age that he wants to participate with us. So I've noticed, like, if I get books for my other 2 boys and I don't get him anything, he's like, hey, like, where's mine? So it's something that I just picked up, and I said, you know what, he's in that stage, I have to include him more. And I also want to teach him more now that he's 2 years old, and kind of set up like little mini stations for him to be part of our homeschool. How we do homeschool this year, how we have done homeschool this year, is that we do our Bible time with him around, and we do reading time with him around, but when he takes a nap, then we do the rest of our homeschool. So I kind of want to take a different approach this coming new year and really include him, have him be part of our homeschool time, but just have work for him laid out, have things for him to do. So that is a goal that I have in mind to do this year. So that's one goal. Number 2 would be to keep my schedule and only make small changes if necessary. So what I do is I take pretty much a good month to do lesson planning for the first few months of the homeschool year, and I create this schedule. I did it last year, and I did a video on it, and I had this beautiful schedule laid out for me. And then what happened was Christmas came, and I decided to take the whole month of Christmas, the whole month of December off of regular homeschool work. And what we did was a lot of fun activities for Christmas. And although that was a lot of fun and we had a blast doing it, when January came, it was really hard to get back on our routine. And it was like pulling teeth. So what I did was I simplified my homeschool. I just said, okay guys, but this is what's gonna happen, and we're just making it a lot simpler. And I did do a video on that too. I simplified my homeschool schedule, and it worked great. But I would like to this coming new year not take the whole month of December off like I did. I thought that was a poor decision on my part, because although we had a lot of fun, it was just really hard to get back on track on January. So I'm just gonna take maybe a week and a half off. I would say the maximum 2 weeks, with the purpose of, having like a full vacation of work and not have work for Christmas. Because what I did was, I have a hard time explaining myself sometimes. What I did was I had homeschool, but with Christmas work. It was like Christmas activities, Christmas worksheet, and it was fun Christmas stuff. So it was homeschool, but it wasn't their regular work. So when I had time, when I had to come back and bring it in the mix again, they were not thrilled about it. So it was hard to get back on track. So I do want to take 2 weeks off in December and just keep it fun, but not call it homeschool work, and just just have fun celebrating our holiday, and then get back on track in January. So that I'll do different. So that's my goal. And then another one, number 3, would be to don't break the routines. I started new routines with my kiddos in the morning, so they have a piece of paper, it's like a little laminated piece of paper where they have to follow the routines on the piece of paper. And I have my routines in place too. So as long as Mama has her routines, my boys get to keep their routines. So not to break routines. That's very important in my home, not to break routines. Number 4. So try to have more outside exploring time. So this goes along with nature studying, and just have that time where they can just do something that they're interested in, and who's not interested in being outside, right? Especially boys. So have them to be outside even in the cold weather. I have this fun book. I made a a video on that has activities for all 4 seasons. So I want to make sure that I follow that model for us this year, this coming new year, just to do those activities and get my kids outside. Even if it's cold, just bundle them up and just go outside. And we have a nice backyard now, which we remodeled, and so there's no excuse. They really couldn't go outside. Let's see, I am in number 5. Okay, so number 5, my husband gave me a great idea for number 5, because I was thinking that I needed to focus more on teaching my kids what they love and do more of that. Like if they show interest in something, kind of feeding into that. But my husband says I do that already, and I'm like, oh, I didn't think I was doing as much. See, my 8-year-old is a art buff. Like he loves to create and build, and he loves artistic things and color and painting. He loves all that. And sometimes I don't facilitate that for him. Sometimes I'm like, no, I don't want the mess right now. And, you know, so we don't get to do it as much as he would like. My husband said if I can set up at least 20 projects, have them all laid out, and this will be something I will do during the summer. Have maybe folders of ideas and the materials already laid out. Then I'll be prepared to feed it that inside of him. Because he comes out of nowhere, he goes, Mom, I want to build something. And I go, what are you going to build? And in his mind, he wants to kind of make a mess. But he wants to build and just be free. So I want to be able to give him that, but have it more organized. So my husband said, just set up 24 envelopes and have the materials already ready, and have those projects ready for him when he is in that mood, which is often. You know, I thought that was a really good idea. You know, sometimes it will be freestyle. Okay, just take up, you know, a coloring pad and do some watercoloring or drawing and stuff like that, or like building a puzzle and just feeding into that creative side of him. But then other times will be my envelopes, the envelopes that I will have in place. So I definitely want to do that for him, to set that up. And I'm still getting to know my other 2 boys, what they love and what they want to do. Like my son Jonah, he's all about imagination play right now, imaginary play. So he grabs his little 2 dinosaurs and he's always playing on his own, and he has that loner time a lot. So I don't know what his passion is as far as like what I can feed in, except for just having toys that he could play with and, you know, imaginary play. So I'll keep searching for that. Okay, and the last one I want to share, sorry that I'm rambling, but the last one that I want to share is read more chapter books. So what I find myself to do wrong this year was that I give up on a book because I feel that they're not ready for chapter books. But it's not that they're not ready for chapter books, is that I'm not reading the right chapter book. And I realized that this past weekend. I started reading the Boxcar Children to them, and they don't want me to stop. And I said, they are ready for chapter books. I just have to pick the right one. So my focus this coming new year is to read more chapter books, but find fun ones that they're engaging for them and that easy to read for me. I started reading another book, and my son did like it, but it was so hard for me to read. The language is not as easy. It doesn't flow naturally through my tongue. I was getting tongue twisted a lot. So I have to just find easy reads and fun that engages them and just read. So those are my 6 resolutions, goals for this coming new year. I would hope that you guys join in. There is no actual system to this. Just pick whatever you want to share on your video, and definitely tag Christine from Anchor Homeschool. So thank you for coming up with this collab, and I'm glad that I was able to join in. So if you did love and enjoyed this video, even though I was rambling, I'm so sorry, give me a thumbs up. I hope you join as well, and I will see you in the next one. And if you're new to my channel, I hope you would hit that subscribe button so you can stay tuned to more videos of our homeschool journey.